All right, time to do another unboxing of some baits that catch me fish. Now, before this unboxing, I have two things I need to tell you real quick. First, this is from Fish Lab. Now, I am partnered with Okuma, which makes me partnered with Fish Lab. However, I bought these with my own money. In fact, they were on sale, highly discounted. Anybody could have bought these baits at $2.50 each. Now, I don't know if they're still on sale at the Fish Lab website. Maybe they are. I'd go there and check it out and see if they are. Now, the second thing is you can see the baits right now at this very moment in the background of this video. And my previous video, they caught me some nice striped bass. It's probably the worst key to open this with. Can I even open it now? Oh boy. Well, I made that more difficult than it should have been. Oh, open. Wow. Come on. All right. There's the order. And there's the baits. I actually got some of the big ones. This is the Bio-Minnow jerkbait. I think this is the 1 ounce variety. Oh no, 2 1/8 ounce, 5.5 inches. Look at that. I got shad color. These are definitely striped bass baits, trolling for striped bass. I've seen guys, that ocean fish for striped bass, they use baits that are this size. And I figured, since they were $2.50 each, I get some of the bigger ones. I also got some of the smaller ones to replace ones that I have lost over time. You do lose these to the bottom every now and then. I have bumped them off the bottom and not got hung up, but, I have hung up, got them hung up a few times. Now that right there is the magic color that was catching striped bass last time I used this. And this is the magic color that's caught me a ton of drum. I've caught big walleye with this. And I got several of these. These are Fire Tiger. Looks like I only got two. 2 Fire Tiger. 2 of the blue, I think, right? Yeah, 2 of the blue. 2 of the shad colored. And then of the big ones, 2 of the blue. And 2 of the shad colored. I probably should have got Fire Tiger too. However, I really don't use these big ones much, if at all. I think I've used it once or twice and haven't caught anything on the big ones yet. The small ones have caught all the fish. Now, if I want to use these bigger ones, I'm probably going to need a more sturdy rod and reel because this will drag pretty strong. And I think I forgot to look it up before doing the video, but I think these dive down to like 20 to 30 feet. I know these are like 17 to 20 or something when you're like 50 feet back. It says it on the website, on the Fish Lab website. And this probably goes deeper. I'm quite sure it goes deeper. Maybe I could look it up. I don't know where my phone is. Well, good job me for not being ready for this video. But hey, You know, 17, just think 17 feet, 20 feet on average if you're going 30 to 50 feet behind the boat. That's about where it's at. It all depends on current, how fast you're going. There's so many factors that you're not going to know the exact depth, but it's good to have a line counter to, you know, get it back there. And maybe if you have multiple rods, put them at different depths. And if one at a certain depth keeps getting hit, then put the others at that depth using the line counter. And I will grab one of these, if I can get it out. This one has a perch colored one on it. That's perch right there, perch colored. And I've got this on the Convector combo. And I think this is a good walleye combo. For striped bass, maybe not. For these bigger lures, for striped bass, I think I need something a little bit more heavy duty than this rod. And you can see, you know, like most walleye rods, it's really, really flexible. And this is a Convector line counter reel. I think this is newer than the Okuma Cold Waters. It's a little bit smaller, and it has this quick drop button, which is supposed to help you with bottom bouncing walleye lures. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I may get cold waters and find some kind of like medium heavy rod to put on cold waters, low profile cold waters, or I would just take these and move them over to some other type of rod. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I got to research it. Now, obviously I got to stick to Okuma, and I am open ears. If you guys know of an Okuma rod that would be perfect to do walleye drum striped bass as trolling rods to go with either a cold water or this Convector reel, leave a comment below. Because right now, I have no idea what I want to get. Now these rods are kind of cool. There's one cool thing about this. Hopefully I won't hang up on anything, but these are 8 foot. They are 7 foot 10 inches. And you can, if you twist it, like that, they collapse in. So they're easier to transport. I know they do that with some of their musky rods. And I don't know. I don't know what other rods they do that with. And it does say Okuma Convector Walleye. I think they are great walleye rods. I've caught walleye on them. Caught drum. Oh, wow. I've not caught a striped bass on this yet. I have caught striped bass on my spare rods that I keep on the boat at all times, which if you saw my previous video, I was talking about that, where I always keep striper gear on the boat just in case I see them, you know, boiling, or, you know, see them in the river or whatever, or on the lake. I could pull out a couple of these, throw it out the back of the boat. I have no idea how far back they are because they're not line counters. And I catch striped bass. And it worked. I caught striped bass on that last video. Now, I did put out a couple of other Fish Lab baits here. And I've caught drum on these by, like, you know, bouncing them off the concrete walls of a dam, and with like slow rolling them on the bottom. In fact, the Okuma guys were catching drum off of these and other fish when they were on my boat. And they talk about them all the time. It's these, what is it called? Tailspin? Bio-Shad Willow Tailspins. I've only got a couple of these left myself. I don't really use them too terribly often, but sometimes I break them out. Sometimes I have my clients toss them. I think a couple of my clients have caught drum with these. And then this This is the bait that I like a lot. And these are capable of catching striped bass too. The Okuma guy, when he went fishing with me, caught a massive drum on one of these. I could not believe it that a drum hit one of these baits. The Hydra glide bait. It's 8 inches long, 3.5 ounces. And it's basically a glide bait. And when you're reeling it in, it does go side to side. But if you could figure it out, I still don't have the technique down myself, but you can make it like dart to one side and dart to the other side, kind of like, you know, walking the dog with a spook. And if you can get it to do that, it is a striper magnet. It may have been on this one. I think it was on this one. I did catch a striped bass on this very bait right here. So they're really neat. They do take a little bit of a bigger rod and reel to toss. Maybe I could actually show you that rod and reel. It's my Musky rod and reel. So I can definitely tell you that it wasn't that bait that caught the striped bass. It was this bait, the one that's actually on here. And I used the Okuma Guide Select Swimbait stick. I have 2 of these. One of them is really old. When they first came out, I got an extra heavy one for musky fishing and ended up catching a 52-inch musky on it. And then I got this one as a second combo. I may try to get more in the spring, a couple more of these combos, just so I can, you know, be able to take maybe one of you out musky fishing. Right now, if I did a musky fishing trip, I'd only be able to take 2 people because I've only got 2 of these combos. I got this one and I got the other one. And we would be tossing baits that are this big or even bigger for muskies. And on this one, and what's soon to be on the other one, is a little, I'm getting tongue-tied today. This is an Okuma Komodo reel, the 300 size one. They do make a 400 size, which I have on one of my Catfish rods now that I'm playing with to see if I like it or not. But this is the smaller one, a little bit easier, you know, to cast all the time because it is the fish of 10,000 casts. So you have to cast, and you have a chance to catch striped bass with this as well. And I think this is a 100-pound monofilament leader to help with the teeth of a muskie, along with a giant clip and a giant barrel swivel. Very, very nice combo that I really need to fish more. I haven't done muskie fishing in quite a while, so I need to maybe do it as soon as it gets a little bit colder. And if you are interested in musky fishing with me or fishing any type of fish, check out my website, tnrvg.com. I do guide, I'm licensed, I'm insured, I'm ready to take you fishing. And when it comes to musky or carp or catfish or smallmouth or whatever you want to fish for, I don't charge extra. The musky guides around here are expensive. And the areas where the muskie are, they're just in small areas. They're easy to target. However, like I said earlier, it's the fish of 10,000 casts. Even if I've seen them caught within like 2 or 3 casts at some of these spots, I can't guarantee it. I won't guarantee it. We may end up just casting all day long and catching nothing, which that's musky fishing. So you have to be ready to throw your arm off to possibly not catch anything. It is what it is. And I only do it in the wintertime, which means you have to be ready for the cold too. I don't do it in the summertime because like striped bass, they die easy. And what's even worse is in the summertime, which is usually when I get more bookings, the catfish, they don't bite as good as in the wintertime either. So everything that I fish for bites better in the wintertime, I get fewer trips in the wintertime, which is fine. It's the same with all guides. However, if you are willing to fish in the wintertime, let's go musky fishing. And if you can't cast these big baits, we're troll for musky, which means we'll throw these out and probably catch striped bass too. Now this may be my last unboxing for a while, and I do know to some of you unboxings are boring, so I will try my best to do more fishing videos in the future and possibly podcasts. In fact, I want to do podcasts right here while it's not like super hot out. When it's really hot, it heats up this garage because we have a metal roof, but here in the wintertime, I could do podcasts here, and I think I like this setup better. Also, I do have a question for you, which I will put a poll up on as well. Should I include these unboxings and gear review videos, if I actually get around to doing one, in this setup, which is going to be hopefully my podcast setup as well? Should I put that in my podcast category on YouTube? It is a talking head video, even if I'm talking about lures. It's something that I've been thinking about, and I haven't decided on what to do myself. Now, as always, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to actually watch this video. I really, really appreciate it. Now all I need to do is get these lures wet and hopefully catch some fish with them. Stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and thanks again for watching. I really do hope to see you next time.